Chat, I'm being assailed by a breakfast baby. He is here to steal my breakfast. What the fuck, man? Dude, what the... Just because I have delicious eggs and bacon does not mean that you can hop on my desk. Exclamation mark, thank you, Mod, for breakfast. I love my wife. She provides for me. She makes sure I do not die of no food disease. So, just a moment. Good shit. Chat, what the fuck does Jester maxing mean? I've been unfortunate enough to have, like, a few of the content creators I watch exist who, like, do their tee-hee-ha-has at whatever the fuck a clavicular is. And I understand most of the cringe-ass shit that, like, we say nowadays. Sorry, that sounded boomer as fuck. But, you know, the fucking incoherent, like, maxing and adjacent words. But what the fuck is Jester maxing? Also, I was talking about cortisol before it was cool. Which, honestly, I kind of thought that was a thing people always said, but now I guess it became a meme? I don't know. So, Pokemon Run and Bun. As established previously, we're gonna be doing some shit. We've got 6 gym trainers, 2 gym leaders that we have to cut a path through. And it seems like the only sacrifice we needed to make was at the very start of the gym by stacking Capsform and Noivern. However, we ideally don't want to sack Noivern. Noivern is a pretty dang good Pokemon, and ours is, like, pretty stacked. Good IVs across the board, neutral nature, has the good ability in Infiltrator instead of Frisk. Which means that words are hard because I'm eating breakfast. Yeah, so ideally we don't want to sack Noivern. And I think I may have found an alternative way to do this fight that does not involve sacking Noivern. The reason that we were going to sack Noivern is that it had 3 key components. The first one being, let me find Noivern in our box. After Kecleon, there you are. Is that Noivern does not die to any of the opposing Noivern's moves. But it is guaranteed to die to Fairy Gem boosted Hyper Voice from Sylveon. And it has the move Tailwind. The idea was that we would use Tailwind turn 1 specifically so that way our guys in the back could outspeed and KO their Noivern, and then it also helps that it means that we can, like, outspeed Unburden boosted, Weakness Policy boosted Drifblim. Because that can be problematic. Because the left side of the team has a bunch of guys who enable the right side of the team and then try to, like, copy their stat changes. So, like, Ms. Magus here has Shadow Sneak, and so does Gardevoir, and they would want to click it into Metagross and Drifblim because they have Weakness Policy. Weakness Policy procs, Unburden procs, so it gets +2 to its speed. +2 to its attack, +2, that's its defense. +2 to attack, +2 to special attack. And then it just goes fucking crazy cuckoo banana mode. And then they also have, like, Psych Up to copy those stat changes. And originally it was just like, okay, we have Tailwind up, we have Lucario and Greninja on the field, we just outspeed Drifblim and kill it with Dark Pulse and, like, Meteor Mash. But in this world, we do not have Tailwind, which is kind of fine. Because what I think we can do is use, it might not need to be Starmie, but at the very least, it can be Starmie. Because Starmie dies to Hurricane and Focus Blast. Oh wait, that's Beware. Starmie dies to Hurricane at level 72. We haven't leveled up our Starmie yet. And Cast Form dies to any move. So one of them is taking a hit from Noivern, but Cast Form at level 85. Okay, we don't want it at level 85. Ooh, this could be... I don't think it's that much of a problem. So what we need is for Cast Form to be faster than Sylveon, but still die to Hyper Voice. We can also achieve that by giving Cast Form a Sticky Barb. So we need to be 76. That works. At level 76, we are 1 point of speed faster than Sylveon. And we still die to Hyper Voice plus Sticky Barb Chip. The reason is we can't rely on Noivern being able to kill one of our Pokemon because both Focus Blast and Hurricane can miss. Now, theoretically, I think we could also use the Spread Bug in our favor because we need both of our Pokemon to die at the end of the first turn. Where essentially we send out Cast Form, we send out Starmie, both of them click Icy Wind, only one of them actually gets to hit with it. But all we need is to drop Noivern's speed by 1 to make it slower than Greninja. And then Greninja, I don't even think it needs a boosting item, can just kill it with Ice Punch. Not Ice Punch. So, Ice Punch. We are currently level 83 in this scenario. We might need to level up a little extra. Thankfully, this is the first fight, and after it, Greninja just goes up to 85 for all future fights. So we kind of get to play around with what we feel is the ideal level for Greninja here. Similar case for Sneasler, who we might actually want to have under-leveled for when Drifblim hits the field. Because Greninja have asked you 232. Okay. Yeah. So what I'm thinking is an under-leveled Sneasler. So let's say like 75. An under-leveled Sneasler who uses at least 2 attacks while holding a Life Orb is able to get its HP low enough so that Drifblim, pre-boost, pre-dropping weakness policy, sees a KO on it with Acrobatics, which means we can then swap to Togedemaru, who can easily take no held item, removed weakness policy, no held item plus 2 attack, critical hit Acrobatics. Togedemaru takes that so fucking easy. I think ours is currently at level 74. Yeah. So if it doesn't crit, it doesn't proc Citrus. If it does crit, it always procs Citrus. The main thing is that Drifblim takes a Shadow Sneak from Gardevoir, takes Iron Barb's Chip from Togedemaru, and should ideally die to Greninja. Because it doesn't see a kill on anything turn 1, or it doesn't see a kill on Greninja, so it would be choosing random move. But if we're able to get Sneasler in such a position where it can show Drifblim a kill, we can, since we don't need Nevermelt Ice to beat Noivern because we're clicking Icy Wind at the start of the fight, we can spare a slot for Black Glasses to be able to do, like, I think Dark Pulse at 81% is already losing 12% from hitting, like, Acrobatics into Togedemaru. Here, let me actually look up Gardevoir, Psychic, Preston, and Mara. Yeah, Shadow Sneak is doing at least 12% into it. So it takes about 25% from getting hit by Gardevoir, hitting into Togedemaru, and then dies to Greninja. Once it goes down, Togedemaru just hit the field, So the thing about this Gardevoir is that it could kill Greninja, but there is special AI in this fight for if you have a super effective move and a super effective priority move and your partner has weakness policy. I need to eat more breakfast. There we go. So, Drifblim hits the field. Drifblim goes down. Togedemaru hits the field. Togedemaru currently has a Fake Out off cooldown. We can swap Greninja to Sneasler to just absolutely fucking obliterate Gardevoir with a Poison Jab. Gardevoir has Shadow Sneak, so she will hit Sneasler with a Shadow Sneak before going down. Oh yeah, but what I was going to say is special AI is like Shadow Sneak is plus 12 to target their partner if their partner has weakness policy and is weak to their priority move. The nice thing is that slow kills max at plus 11 usage priority, 8 plus 3. Which means that even though Gardevoir sees a kill on Greninja this entire time, she can never go for it. Because Metagross hits the field. It doesn't see that it gets one hit KO'd by Sneasler. Let me get this thing a Life Orb. So it doesn't see that it gets one hit KO'd by Sneasler. And it doesn't see that it gets one hit KO'd by Greninja. So it's not required to go for Bullet Punch. It'll likely just try to Zen Headbutt into Snee. Which is so fucking fine because we kill it before it does that. Because Metagross doesn't have anything to increase its speed. So Gardevoir hits it, procs its weakness policy, Greninja smacks it, Sneasler smacks it. For this reason, we might actually need to see, yeah, Knockoff does a lot into Gardevoir. Because I am wondering if we can rely on Gardevoir plus Greninja to be able to KO Metagross, but I don't think we can. Because we essentially need to figure out the most effective level for Sneasler, where we're currently, let's assume we're still at level 72. Export, import. 208 minus 20 brings us to 188. Which is exactly Acrobatics. So the thing is, Sneasler can get off a guaranteed one hit on turn 1, which is when it uses Poison Jab into, Poison Jab into Sylveon with Life Orb doesn't kill at 72. So, the potential issue with Metagross, right, is Greninja could crit, but I think all we have to do is make sure, like, Night Slash crit plus, like, Gardevoir Shadow Sneak crit doesn't kill. Because Greninja's always going to be faster than Sneasler, just about any level. We need Sneasler to use at least 2 attacks. But we also need to make sure that Sneasler doesn't accidentally kill Gardevoir. For obvious reasons. If we were to hit if we were to try to fake out into Metagross, but Metagross already got KO'd, so instead, sorry, did I say fake out? Knockoff. Knockoff Metagross, it whiffs, goes into Gardevoir, and we land a crit. You know, it's like, oops, there goes Gardevoir. We could potentially click close combat. Then we do... Because at that point, we might not need Life Orb. We could just... Hi, Rose. Welcome to stream. We could just rely on close combat, dropping our stats. Okay, and at that point, even at level 85, so we could just be like 84 to show... Because we have to show kill to specifically acrobatics, right? I mean, we could find something to like bait into Shadow Ball, but I don't think we have anything that would be good for that. Again, Sneasler is faster than Gardevoir, so it doesn't, even if it drops its own defenses, it doesn't risk having the issue that like Greninja does. Doing college work with this in the background? Well, hope I make for a decently stimulating conversation while you do that. I'm actually going to take this as an opportunity to take another bite of my breakfast. Theoretically, if we didn't need black glasses on Greninja, we could also do a version of the line where Sneasler fakes out Sylveon instead of killing it turn 1, and then when Gardevoir hits the field, Greninja flings a King's Rock into it. But I think we need black glasses in order to be able to do the damage we need to Metagross and Drifblim. So... Greninja, why do I have you at 73? Or at 83. Okay, so Ice Punch is only doing 84.5 to Noivern. Now, let's assume Starmie here has, instead of Hydro Pump, Icy Wind. Does do at least 30%. And then I assume Cast Form. I think we set it like 74. No, it was 76. Cast Form at 76. Okay. Cast Form at 76 with Icy Wind does in fact do at least 20% to Noivern. A small thing we need to be cognizant of is not accidentally... No, accidentally killing Noivern is fine, I think. No. No, it probably isn't. I think it's fine, though. Noivern would need to miss one of our guys, and we would both need to crit. Hold on. How much did we establish? 36? Yeah, it's, like, possible, but I think it's kind of fiction. Probably. Probably fiction. I could also see if one of them has a speed-reducing move that's just, like, less powerful. Like a Rock Throw. Well, it's awkward, because we also want to make sure we do enough damage so that way Greninja doesn't need Never Melt Ice. Also, something to keep in mind is that I believe, theoretically... Wow, that's crazy. Hold on. Yeah. I think it might be possible to exploit Spread Bug in our favor to essentially... that only affects Misty Explosion against these guys. But essentially, because of Spread Bug, even though it's a double battle, if our slot 1 Pokemon goes down, our slot 2 Pokemon should take damage from the attack as if it was a single target attack, which I think means that it kind of expands the pool of available Pokemon who could potentially be the ones trying to drop Sylveon's speed. Or not Sylveon speed, but drop Noivern speed. Because, like, okay, what happens if we double crit? Gardevoir hits the field. I think actually we're... Because, yeah, Gardevoir would be forced to... It wouldn't be forced to Shadow Sneak Sneasler, it's just highly likely that it would. So what we could theoretically do... No, because we still need someone who dies to Sylveon. We also might be able to do this with someone who isn't Sneasler. I'm just trying, like, that was the first thing that came to mind because Sneasler's fast and hits hard even at low level. One of them decks. Starmie, do you have any other speed dropping moves? Do you have Rock Throw for some reason? No. Unsurprising. I don't suppose Cast Form could somehow learn Rock Throw. No. This makes sense. Okay. I suppose also worth noting, Sylveon is a specially defensive wall, so I can't imagine Icy Wind is doing too much to it. Yeah. And Cast Form's Icy Wind is probably going to do less than that. Yeah. So we need something. We need Sneasler to be strong enough to at least be able to kill Sylveon from this number. So, minus 7 HP. Bust out the calculator. Is 282 minus 7 comes out to 275. So Sneasler, at what point does Poison Jab do that much damage? 73, 75, 74, 75. Okay. So it looks like just with how the math works out, we need to get Sneasler to at least 75. But at that point, it at least means we don't actually need to worry about any of the chip damage we would potentially do to Sylveon. Which is nice. It does definitely put us within the range where as long as we can get 2 attacks off, Drifblim will see a kill on us. So... Sorry, chat, just a sec. Huh. Let me just... Oh. Although, something I'm now realizing is we also actually need to make sure... Okay, no, good. Metagross is a kill. I'm like, we need to make sure we don't show Drifblim a kill too early because we don't want it to come in before Metagross. No, actually, it's totally fine if it comes in before... Or, well, it wouldn't come in before Metagross. Metagross, they both see slow kills on Sneasler. So yeah, Life Orb, Poison Jab into close combat would do it here. But in order to throw out a close combat, we need to do 2 attacks anyways. And we're kind of already... like, Life Orb already sets us up. But we can't do something like get rid of Poison Jab for Icy Wind, so that way Sneasler has a move that could, like, love tap Metagross and still hit Gardevoir if Metagross goes down. So, I guess the question... Noivern definitely always gets beat by Greninja, because both of our guys always do at least 20% to it with Icy Wind. So... Night Slash crit into Metagross does 218. We might be able to get Greninja's level lower, potentially. So, Gardevoir, Shadow Sneak, crit, caps out at 38. 256, 257. Okay. We have the exact range where Shadow Sneak crit max roll from Gardevoir plus Night Slash crit max roll from Greninja does not kill Metagross. I guess we just need to make sure that hitting it with knockoff after it loses weakness policy still sinks KO on low rolls for both of those moves, but I'm pretty sure it does. Hi wife, welcome to stream. Thank you for delicious breakfast meal. Would I be able to bother you for delicious coffee beverage? So, let's get Cast Form, Starmie, Greninja, Sneasler. Okay. Low roll, Night Slash at level 83. Yeah, let me get my Inky back to camp real quick. What are you playing? Did you boot up Viva Pinata again? Back to camp. The fuck is my wife playing right now? Inquisitor? Is Inky short for Inquisitor? I have to assume. Okay, so low roll Night Slash is 1, 2, 2. Gardevoir. Not Blank Slate. Shadow Sneak is 22. That's really cute. This Gardevoir has 0 attack because it wants to hit them, but also do as little damage with it as possible. This actually might not. This actually might not kill. Because we're clicking knockoff, but... well, we wouldn't click knockoff in this case. Because, yeah, at that point it drops weakness policy. So... assuming we're level 85. Can close combat do enough? 153? Close combat does it. And then at that point, we're at max level, so... yeah, we take the 2 chips of Life Orb tick. We get -1 defense. -1 Spadef. Yeah, no. Would I be able to send you back with delicious meal plate? Thank you, wife. Chet, I'm so proud of my wife. She's learned to scramble a mean egg. Okay. At this rate, yeah, close combat into Gardevoir won't kill it. I don't think there's any downside to having Sneasler be this high level. Because, yeah. If we have Life Orb, if we hit twice, we're showing kills to Acro, but only Acro. Even, like, at reduced HP. So we still want Sneasler at 85. Definitely kill Sylveon. Okay. Which now makes me wonder if instead we do give... Well, hold on. No, because Greninja needs Black Glasses in order to do the required damage to Drifblim. We can't afford to give it King's Rock. Yeah. Because it specifically needs to die on the turn that Gardevoir hits it with Shadow Sneak. If we take too long after that, it has all of its stat boosts. It probably sees kills on everything with everything, and it's faster than us. So there's a very specific moment. Now, with that being said, I need to use the restroom, so I'm going to be right back. Of course someone shows up right as I leave. Hi, welcome to the stream. I'll be back in 2 minutes. Back. From what I can tell, it's peak. What's peak? Hold on. Assuming you're still here, that is. Alright. So... no way run and bun is this complicated. Oh, run and bun's absolutely this complicated. Are you kidding? Yeah, no, we're currently in the middle of the math zone to try to save our Noivern's life by instead sacrificing our level 72 Starmie, who we intentionally are not leveling up. Because I'm genuinely trying to think if our box has a more expendable Pokemon than Starmie. And I genuinely don't think we do. I just want to watch something while I play Clover on my emulator. Well, hopefully you enjoyed the stream then. So, Drifblim swings. One thing that I realized is, oh no, what if we flinch Drifblim? And thankfully Dynamic Speed prevents that. Gardevoir hits it with Shadow Sneak before we Dark Pulse, because we're specifically relying on Iron Barb's chip from Togedemaru to guaranteed sink the KO against Drifblim. Yeah. So, Drifblim goes for Acrobatics. We go for Dark Pulse. Even though Dark Pulse has a flinch chance, Gardevoir goes before us, hits Drifblim with Shadow Sneak. Weakness Policy gets used up. Unburdened procs. Drifblim becomes faster than our Greninja, attacking before we use Dark Pulse. Even then, the odds of that potentially screwing us over are pretty low, but better safe than dead, you know? Okay. So, at that point, Togedemaru is on the field at about half HP, give or take. Gardevoir, with no partner, now sees that it has a kill on Greninja with Moonblast. Honestly, we could just raw swap to Sneasler. We're not going to do that. Because Greninja definitely can't stop Gardevoir. So Togedemaru is going to hit Gardevoir with Fake Out. Lock it down for a turn while we swap Greninja for Sneasler. Sneasler is going to take some damage from Shadow Sneak, but it's currently only taken 2 Life Orb chips. So taking a Shadow Sneak and then an additional Life Orb chip is not that dangerous. Yeah, I don't think... Yeah, we're a little scared of Shadow Ball, so we do still need to do our intended end game. Point is, Sneasler and Togedemaru are on the field. Gardevoir is required to Shadow Sneak into Sneasler before it goes down. Sneasler dunks it with Poison Jab. We swap Toge to Gren. It is now Gren and Sneasler on the field. Is this most of the game? Mossdeep Gym is particularly complicated, but yes. Yes, it is. So Mismagius hits the field. It would like to psych up its partner, but it doesn't have one of those. Shadow Ball, Shadow Sneak, Mystical Fire, yada yada. It doesn't technically see that we have a one-hit KO on it because it has Focus Sash. So it's going to click either Shadow Ball into Greninja, which is fine. Greninja hasn't taken any damage up to this point. Or Shadow Ball on Sneasler by the looks of it. Now, Sneasler has taken enough recoil from Life Orb plus that one Shadow Sneak to potentially be at risk of death. So I think what we're going to do is just swap to Houndoom. Houndoom hits the field. We would click Sucker Punch to KO Mismagius, but it's faster than us, so if it clicks Shadow Sneak, Sucker Punch actually fails, I learned. Because, yeah, you have to specifically go before them, so if you Sucker Punch into a priority move, get fucked, kid. That's fine, though. Houndoom swaps into any of these moves perfectly okay. Mismagius should only be at 1 HP, and it's likely clicking Shadow Sneak into Greninja anyways, because Greninja shows a fast kill. And it definitely is not at risk of, like, yeah, critical hit, Shadow Ball, Spadef drop into Shadow Sneak, because Shadow Sneak is a physical move. It's actually probably a small chance that a critical hit Shadow Ball, Spadef drop into trying to Shadow Ball again, but odds of that are remarkably low. Yeah. I think we have it, though. The line to save Cast Form. The only worry we have is Cast Form and Starmie accidentally killing Noivern, which only happens if Noivern misses turn 1. Only we had the ring target. Speed goes to -1. I don't think there's any flaws with this opening beyond that. Because, yeah, what level do we have to be? I think we said 76. The thing is, we need both of our guys clicking Icy Wind to at least be faster than Sylveon, so that way they don't get killed by Sylveon before Noivern happens. Thankfully, none of Sylveon or Noivern's moves are contact. Though it is frustrating because I would love Cast Form to be a slightly lower level, so that way it does less damage with Icy Wind. Like, we're actually, thankfully, our Cast Form only has 9 special attack. Because, yeah, at that point, critical hit, max roll, Icy Wind. Like, it's fiction. It's the most fiction you've ever seen in your life. But what if fiction becomes real? See, the thing is, even if fiction becomes real, we're not necessarily doomed. We just then have to chance the 1 in 10 that Gardevoir tries to kill Greninja instead of Shadow Sneaking Sneasler for threatening it with KO. So 132 plus I guess I should do 265 minus 132. Comes out to 133, which is literally only like 5 rolls on Starmie Icy Wind. Yeah. Noivern does have Life Orb, though. Did not consider that. Well, no, because this is only a problem if Noivern misses, and if it misses, then Life Orb doesn't proc. Who do we have that outspeeds Sylveon? We could actually get Dreadnought to be able to outspeed Sylveon, I think. 82, 83, 84. We could exactly get Dreadnought to outspeed Sylveon. Which is interesting. Because it also doesn't necessarily show a kill to Noivern. Hey Zach, welcome to stream. Because I guess I'm just trying to see if I necessarily need to sacrifice Starmie, or if there's someone who can do what we're doing here slightly safer. Because theoretically, it's anyone who can use Electro Web, Rock Throw, Icy Wind, or a Paralysis move that outspeeds Sylveon, but still dies. And I don't think that person exists. Because I'm like, Dreadnought is guaranteed to live the first Hyper Voice from Sylveon, which is interesting. And then its HP will always be low enough to show a kill to the following Hyper Voice. But we can't prevent Noivern from clicking Fablast into it. I do almost wonder, if we go to level 85, not 100, 85, we currently have a Spadef of 8. Wow, it barely doesn't do it. Because I'm like, do we have a only sacking cast form line? Where it's like we opened with Dreadnought and cast form. And then like cast form uses Icy Wind, Dreadnought uses Rock Tomb. No, because it would be either one Pokemon dies turn 1 or 2 Pokemon die turn 1. Gonna go now, have fun? Well, thanks for hanging out, Watermelon. And here to lurk and support. Thank you very much, Zag. Lurkers make the world go round. Okay. I think it's such a small risk, right? Noivern needs to miss, and we both need to crit, and we need to high roll. It is fiction's fiction. Well, because the problem is that we can't guarantee that Dreadnought dies to Hyper Voice. It's just a little too bulky, I think. Yeah, no, it's way too bulky with Sticky Barb. Because it doesn't actually need to outspeed Sylveon because it lives the hit, but we have no way of guaranteeing that the hit goes into Dreadnought. In theory, no, we couldn't do it with Turtonator. Yeah. I don't think there are any ranges where we could do it where we're slower than Sylveon and have Sticky Barb and die afterwards. Walrein doesn't die to any Focus Blasts. But Walrein definitely does. Well, I suppose the nice thing is that Walrein would, in theory, be able to guarantee get the damage off, but I would rather lose other guys than risk losing Walrein. Havara's too good. Icy Wind, how much damage are you doing to that thing? Mountains. Yeah, Walrein could genuinely accidentally kill Noivern on its own. We need the specific combination of, like, these guys not actually having Ice Stab. I don't want to set Kecleon. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I think that saves Noivern. It definitely has more relevant tools than Starmie does, so let's get the line written down. So... alternate line. Sack Starmie instead of Noiv. Just copy that. Paste that. Okay. So, plan here, level up Gren to 83, teach Greninja Ice Punch, teach Cast and Star Eye Wind, level up Cast to 76. equip. So let's redo our equips. Equip cast with sticky barb. Equip Gren with black glasses. Equip Snee with life orb. Level up Snee to 85. Also, W gameplay. Yeah, no, this has been this game for the past like week and a half. Because we potentially have to make some investments on the first fight of Mossdeep Gym, we calced all of the fights of Mossdeep Gym before doing the first to make sure we didn't accidentally sacrifice a critical game piece that we need later down the line. So we've been looking at this screen for a fucking minute. And while we had everything calced out, we are redoing the first fight here to potentially sacrifice a Pokemon that is less relevant than Starmie. Yeah. Starmie's HP. So, yeah, because we do we need Hyper Voice to proc turn 1? Yeah, because we need to make sure that both of our guys die in the same turn, and if it goes for Protect, and then Noivern goes for Hurricane. Yeah. This line still preserves where even though Cast Form doesn't always die to Hyper Voice, Starmie is low enough to make sure that Sylveon always clicks it. Okay. It really hurts to lose 31 speed Starmie, I'm not gonna lie. I was really enthusiastic about this guy, but I mean, if we need a Water Psychic type, Slowbro just does the job so well. So, teach Cast Form and Starmie Icy Wind, teach Greninja Ice Punch. Technically, teach Snee P-Jab, because Sneasler actually currently doesn't have Poison Jab, it has Gunk Shot. Equip Cast Form with Sticky Barb. Equip Greninja with Black Glasses. Equip Sneasler with Life Orb. Equip Toge with Citrus Berry. Let me confirm something really quickly. Mismagius would be clicking Shadow Ball into Sneasler. Shadow Ball, critical hit into Special Defense drop. Yeah, we don't even die if we get hit twice, and we wouldn't get hit twice. Cool. Just gotta make sure Houndoom could live the requisite number of turns. Okay. So equip Toge and Hound with Citrus Berry. So opens Noiv and Sylve. Open with Cast and Star. I don't think it actually matters. I think we might want to do Star and Cast. Use I Wind. Use I Wind. Use I Wind and sack to Gren. Use I Wind and sack to Snee. Because just got to make sure we need Greninja in the left slot to make sure that we bring in Gardevoir instead of Mismagius. Thankfully, Greninja outspeeds both of them, which is kind of key here, but also like Gardevoir to see a kill against it. We just need to make sure that Sneasler's not in that slot because Sneasler shows fast kill to Gardevoir, so it would absolutely be Mismagius in next because Mismagius outspeeds it. Okay. So, sack to Gren, use Icy Wind, sack to Snee. KO Noiv with I Punch. KO Sylve with Ki Jam. Swap to guard and meta. See, I think we flat out show a kill to Drifblim with knockoff, so it's definitely never coming in second. And we don't show a kill to Metagross. Very important. Okay. Because I should confirm really quickly that Gardevoir doesn't secretly actually try to Shadow Sneak into Sneasler. I don't think that's an issue, but hold on. Highest damaging move, any move not listed here. Lamau, unique highest damaging priority moves. Okay, yeah, AI is KO'd by your Pokemon, and slower is plus 11. Does stack with highest damaging move, but that doesn't matter here because Gardevoir's highest damaging move in Sneasler definitely isn't Shadow Sneak. So important thing is damaging priority move is plus 11, so it never goes into Sneasler because Prio move into ally holding weakness policy is minimum plus 12. And let me confirm that. Hold on. Follows highest damaging move. Otherwise, your Pokemon is not contrary clear body. Okay. Pokemon is contrary clear body. White Smoke or an AI slower. Icy Wind or Electro Web in double battle additional plus 1. So yeah, Icy Wind on Gardevoir is always plus 7. Thankfully, we never have to worry about that because it's got plus 11 on Moonblast, or plus 9, I guess. And then plus 11 on Shadow Sneak into Snee. Damaging moves, damaging trapping moves, exploding moves, Acid Spray, Fake Out, Fell Stinger, Future Sight, Force Switch moves, Pivot moves. I think I have to scroll down to the double battle section specifically. Okay, double battle logic. Aqua Jet, Ice Shard, Shadow Sneak, double battle, priority moves, targeting partner. AI partner has weakness policy and the move is super effective, comes out to plus 12. So as long as we KO Metagross on the turn that it hits the field, to then bring in Drifblim, so that way Gardevoir still sees that it has... Who the fuck is riding their bike so loud? So that way Gardevoir still sees that it has a partner with weakness policy onto whom it can Shadow Sneak. Yeah, I think this does it. Ugh. I don't know what I'm worried about. I don't know what I'm worried about. Getting ready for P and M. Starmie line has very slight risk. I guess, let's get our team ready. runandbun.gba. Okay. First things first, let's get our guys. We don't actually have anyone who can use Fly, so... We'll grab Tokenoir last. We'll grab Houndoom last, because Houndoom isn't really needed for the line. Sorry about this cat's form. We do need our good friend the Slur. Swap Willow. Grab Greninja. Starmie. Grab Togepi. Okay, we already have Togedemaru up to 77. I did forget about that. Thankfully, that's fine. I think we already calced this line with a level 77 Togedemaru. I guess we used it. We used it for Kim and Iris. Because I'm like, I feel like maybe we level up to or we're using Togedemaru in a different line later. So, step 1, fly to Lily Cove. Buy 2 copies of Icy Wind. I don't think this is the TM floor. I don't think this one is it either. Honestly, I could pick up a King's Rock or 2 while I'm here. Okay, maybe not 10. I do actually need to be mildly conscious of our money, though. We are... I'm not going to say we're running low, but you do have a finite amount of it in this game. Sort of. There's technically a way to get around that if you want to get really fucking grindy, but you can. A chilling attack that lowers the target foe's speed. So we need 2 of these. Okay. And now, fly to Mauville. Greninja, do you just already know Ice Punch? No. But first, so we don't accidentally forget. Poison Jab. On Sly. Maisie? I keep forgetting Maisie can learn Poison Jab. Kind of funny. Maisie, how much damage can you do to Sylveon with Poison Jab? Poison Jab. About as much as you'd think, 33%. Why would we do that when we could just use, like, Smart Strike? Which also doesn't do any damage to Sylveon, realistically. Get rid of Gunk Shot. Okay. Oh, we still need Ice Punch. That would have been bad. I suppose it is worth noting Sneasler could also be the one to KO Noivern. Sneasler, do you do enough to Noivern with Ice Punch? Yeah. But no. We need Greninja on the field because it's like the only thing in our box that can do damage and is also weak enough to die to Hyper Voice without the Fairy Gem. Very important. Okay. Drop a save now before we start doing level ups. Sticky Barb. So Cat's form gets the Barb. Because yeah, just making sure Noivern's definitely never clicking Super Fang. It sees a kill with Focus Blast. What is it, stupid? don't know what I'm freaking out about. Literally everything is fine. Togedemaru, what level are you? Or, I mean, how much XP you got? So you are actually getting kind of close to level up. It won't matter for this fight. I don't think it'll matter for our other fight later. Yeah. Yeah, no, we definitely don't need to worry about Togedemaru getting so powerful that it doesn't show a kill to Cinderace's Pyro Ball. Okay. Yeah, so Maisie might level up this fight. I think that's okay. We gotta use some rare candies. Or some endless candies. So, as established, we need cast form to 76. I didn't even finish writing out the line. Hold on. I'm a fucking moron. Okay, KO Noi with Ice Punch, KO Sylve with Poison Jab, out comes Gardevoir and Metagross. Use specifically N slash on Meta, KO Meta with C Combat. Swap to Guard and Drift. KO Drift with D-Pulse. Swap to... Swap Snee to Toge. Swap to Guard. Swap Ren to Snee. Use F out. KO with P-Jab. Swap Toge to Gren. Swap to Missum. Swap Snee to Hound. Use N slash. KO with Flamethrower. KO with N slash. No slash. Okay. We're cool. We're having a good time. Because now I also don't think accidentally killing Metagross early is a problem, right? Since we're just hitting into it with close combat. If that hits into Gardevoir and crits, that's not a problem. Yeah. Metagross doesn't see that anyone kills it straight away, so it doesn't go for Bullet Punch. We love double battles. Okay. Cast form is 60. 61. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 70. 71. 72. 73. 74, 75, and at last, 76. Confirming that cast form has a speed of 134, which is 1 point faster than Sylveon. Thank you, cast form, for having an incredibly high speed IV and an incredibly... I'm not going to say awful, it's a 9 in special attack, a below average special attack IV. It'd be nicer if you had a bad SPDEF IV, but you can't all be winners. Like, genuinely, why is this thing so cracked? Why did we get the cracked form? Oh, it's a plus special attack cast form. Funny. Okay.
Cast form, why do you know headbutt? Okay, we don't level up Melior at all. We do get Sneasler up to 85. We also get Greninja up to... Do we even need to get Greninja to 83? Like, what level does Greninja have to be at to be faster than Miss Mag? Probably 83. Yeah, at 82 it's a speed tie. Okay, that's why we're doing that. So, 1, 2. 1, 2. I can just keep clicking it. Okay. We're cool. We're cool. We're having a good time. We're cool. I'm so nervous about this fight. I'm so nervous about all of the fights in Mossdeep, but specifically this is like the dev-described hardest fight in the game. So, you know. No pressure. Held item, you need black glasses. Sly, you need the life orb. Maisie, you just get a sweet little citrus. Out of curiosity, Maisie, how much do you take from any of Gardevoir's moves? Not enough, I don't think. Yeah. Probably not. Alright, Chaucer, fly us back. Let's grab Houndoom to finish up the line. Miss Magus, what's your ability? Levitate. Okay. Levitate, telepathy, telepathy. Ah, because it's a ghost type, so it doesn't need telepathy to avoid getting exploded on. Funny. Maka, get in here. So, Chaucer, we have spared you. Be grateful to Starmie. Bag that. Bag that. Bag that. Bag that. Okay. I want to do one final review of the line. I'm so certain that we have this. But one final review. So first things first, do both of our Pokemon have a move that Noivern knows that kills them in one hit? Yes. Hurricane, or Hurricane on Starmie, Focus Blast on Cast Form. Does Sylveon see a way to... Let me confirm that Sticky Barb is an 8th for max HP. I'm almost certain it is, but just in case. Sticky Barbara. Yep. Okay. Does Sylveon see a guaranteed one-hit KO on at least one of our Pokemon in Double Battle? It does. Hyper Voice on Starmie. Do both Pokemon guaranteed die after only being hit by Hyper Voice? And the answer is yes. Cast Form, after Hyper Voice and Sticky Barb. I wonder. Interesting that it doesn't account for, like, the Sticky Barb in this. Because, like, what if we say that we're poisoned? Still doesn't show a chance to be O-code or not. So turn 1, both of our guys click Icy Wind. There is a very small chance we kill Noivern. Even if we kill Noivern, we aren't necessarily doomed. It's just not great. We fight Sylveon. Or rather, Sylveon fights us. Greninja hits the field. Sneasler hits the field. Both of our guys get KO'd. We guaranteed do at least 20% to Noivern with Icy Wind, depending on who uses it. Yeah, 30% from Starmie, 27% from Castform. So Ice Punch does 84.5. Okay. Greninja hits the field, Sneasler hits the field. Sneasler Poison Jab into Sylveon with Life Orb at level 85 does 128%. About enough. And even though Sylveon no longer has the Fairy Gem, it still sees a KO into Greninja with Hyper Voice, so it won't click Protect. Greninja goes for a fast kill on Noivern, who has been slowed thanks to Icy Wind. Telepathy doesn't somehow stop spread moves, right? It's only just moves from your partner. Telepathy. This Pokemon does not take damage from attacks made by its allies. Yeah. Okay. Greninja clicks Ice Punch into Noivern, KOs it. If Noivern misses Starmie or Castform, it does not lose HP to Life Orb, so it does not increase the odds that we accidentally KO it with a double crit. So we KO Noivern, we KO Sylveon, Greninja is at full HP, Sneasler is at 220. Metagross absolutely sees a kill with Zen Headbutt, does not see that we kill it with Knockoff. We are also faster than Drifblim. Drifblim does not see a KO with Acrobatics. Totally fine. And it even sees that we have a fast KO on it with Knockoff. Metagross hits the field. Looking at the Greninja slot, Gardevoir hits the field. Let me check Helping Hands usage prio. I don't think that affects anything with Metagross, but it could affect things with Drifblim, I think. If I misunderstand, but I'm pretty sure Helping Hand's just like a +9. Hold on, unique damaging moves. Miscellaneous moves. Double Battle Logic, Helping Hand, follow me. Just a +6. Yeah, it's either a +6 or a -20 if they know their partner is using a status move. So, Gardevoir sees a nothing on Sneasler, sees a slow kill on Greninja, that is +11 to move usage. It sees +12 to Shadow Sneak into Metagross. It does so. It hits Metagross, takes a little bit of damage, boosts its stats thanks to Weakness Policy, but it does not have anything that makes it faster. Just confirming, Weakness Policy only increases offensive stats. Yep. If the holder is hit super effectively, raises attack and special attack by 2 stages. Single use. So Metagross doubles its offenses, but it is still easily outsped by Greninja and by Sneasler. Greninja clicks Night Slash, so that way we don't accidentally kill Metagross before Sneasler gets the opportunity to click Close Combat into it. Absolutely incredible also that I'm pretty sure Close Combat is a neutral hit here, while Night Slash is super effective, and Close Combat is the one doing more damage. Though I suppose Close Combat does also have, like, practically double Night Slash's base power. Night Slash crit doesn't matter. So we down Metagross before it gets to take a turn. Notably, since it doesn't see that anything one-hit KOs it quickly, it never clicks a Bullet Punch on anyone. And it dies before it would ever have the chance to explode, though it wouldn't do that. Drifblim hits the field. It sees a KO on Sneasler with Acrobatics. Turn starts, we swap Sneasler to Togedemaru, we have Greninja Dark Pulse Drifblim. Before Greninja is able to actually use Dark Pulse, Gardevoir uses Shadow Sneak into Drifblim, doing 12%. Weakness Policy procs, Unburden procs, Drifblim becomes faster than Greninja. Acrobatics at +2, without a held item, goes into our newly swapped in Togedemaru. Togedemaru takes that super duper fine. Acrobatics is in fact a contact move, correct? I do not know why it wouldn't be. Makes contact, okay. Drifblim loses a chunk of its HP, then dies to Dark Pulse. It is now a 2v1. 2v1's very easy to handle. Gardevoir wants to kill Greninja with Moonblast. Togedemaru fakes her out while we swap Greninja to Sneasler. Yeah, Telepathy, Lumberry, nothing stopping Gardevoir from getting faked out or flinching. Sneasler hits the field, takes a Shadow Sneak from Gardevoir, KOs it with Poison Jab. We swap Togedemaru back to Greninja. 2v1 against Mismagius. Gren goes for Night Slash. We swap Snee for Houndour on the following turn. Greninja either finishes with Night Slash. I think that's just always what happens. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. It's chill. Hold on. Yeah, let me get a copy of my stream link, post it in Discord. Preston and Mara time the line to hopefully save Noivern's life. Okay. We're cool. We're chill. We're having a good time. We're having a great time, even. Okay. Okay. Everything's set right. Everything is set right. There's no downside to, like, accidentally double dropping Noivern's speed. Nope. Tailwind, Super Fang. It's never clicking Tailwind turn 1 because it sees a fast kill on 2 things. We're super duper fine. We're so fine. We're incredibly fine. Good luck. Thanks, Crabbo. I do still need to teach Icy Wind. Nearly forgot that part. $6,000 down the drain. We're so fine. I'm so fucking nervous. It's like there's so much going into the mechanics of this fight, and I'm terrified that I, like, am missing something or don't understand something. So teach Cast Form, Icy Wind. Yeah, this fight is brutal. We had a, like, guaranteed safe way through it by sacking our Noivern to set up Tailwind turn 1, but we are taking a slightly riskier line. If Noivern misses both of our Pokemon, and then... if Noivern misses the thing it tries to kill, and then we both crit it, and, like, high roll both times and kill Noivern turn 1 on accident, that is the bad situation. But it's like, I would need to crit max roll with Cast Form and, like, crit 1 of 5 top rolls with Starmie. The Noivern only having Thankfully, we have this set up so that we don't need to worry about Noivern's accuracy necessarily. Because both of our Pokemon, so Melior, our Starmie, is just weak enough to always show Sylveon a kill with Hyper Voice. Cast Form takes like 94% on lowest possible roll, but it has the Sticky Barb to KO it if it doesn't get KO'd by Hyper Voice, just to be safe. Doesn't really matter what move we delete here, but... confirming Sticky Barb damage at end of turn, right? Each turn holder loses 1/8 of max HP, an attacker making contact can receive it. But Sticky Barb damage is end of turn. Sticky Barb damage is end of turn. Don't act like you don't understand how this fucking game works, April. You've been playing it for so long. You've been playing this game for so fucking long. Okay. So, cast form, level 76, speed 134. It's 1 point faster than Sylveon. Knows Icy Wind. Just got done hiking. The outside it calls to me. Hey, Pio, welcome to the stream. You arrived just in time for the fight. Just in time for the first fight. We are sacking our freshly caught Starmie. Viano Crabo, to make up for, instead of using Tailwind, we just have two guys that both die in one hit to Noivern, but both of them are clicking Icy Wind. So one of them will get through, because they're both faster than Sylveon. So, level 72, has Icy Wind. Greninja knows Ice Punch, has Black Glasses, level 83, speed 232. Sneasler, level 85, has Life Orb. Fake Out, Knock Off, Close Combat, Poison Jab. We can just, are you fighting Poison or Poison fighting? Fighting Poison. Okay. Oh, that's a funny strat. Yeah, no, it's, I figured it's like, technically, because we don't really need to worry about being faster than everything. We just need to be faster than Noivern. Also... Ban. Be gone, bot. Okay. Yeah, no, but this is the Sneasler we caught 2 streams ago. just the most insane fucking rat you've ever seen in your life. Yeah, we got really lucky. I was like, I kept complaining where I'm like, we have a really high quality box, but we kind of cap out at like 8 out of 10s. We like maybe have 1 or 2 9 out of 10s, but I feel like our box is really lacking that like absolute shit wrecker 10 out of 10 Pokemon, a really good Hydreigon, a really good Dragapult, you know. And then we get plus attack nature Sneasler with every IV over. Yeah, no, we got a 12 out of 10. And then, Maka, you can get a Citrus Berry. You don't need it, but you can have it. Okay. Let's do this shit. Just confirming. Cast form should be in slot 2. Hardest fight in the game. Allegedly. Make sure all of our guys in here, because I'm hyper paranoid. Black Glasses, Life Orb, Citrus Berry, Export, Import, Citrus Berry. Import. If we fuck up in this fight, chat, we lose the run. I don't think we could get through the rest of Mossdeep Gym without some of the tools that we're using to get through this, but we understand the mechanics. So it's not a problem. It's not a problem. We understand how this fight works. We did the math. Send it. Okay. Psychic Preston and Psychic Mara. Out comes Noivern. Out comes Sylveon. We send out Starmie. We send out Cast Form. So, this Sylveon only knows Protect and Spread moves. It has Pixiate, so all of its normal type moves are actually fairy moves. It has Protect, it has Hyper Voice, it has Misty Explosion. It's holding a Pixie Gem. Turn 1, we are showing it a kill with both of our guys, so it is required to click Hyper Voice. It will kill both of them. We are both slightly faster than Sylveon. There is nothing that is slower than this Noivern. This Noivern has a Life Orb, it's got high damaging moves, it knows Tailwind, it knows Super Fang. Because it sees fast kills on both of our guys, it's never clicking Tailwind, it's going to kill one of them at random. We do not care which one it kills. What we are going to do is have Melior, click Icy Wind. We are going to have Cast Form, click Icy Wind. The only way this goes bad is if Noivern misses, we double crit it with Icy Wind and kill it on accident. That is the only way where we might have to start steering if I did my due diligence. Hurricane. Okay, we're fine. Cast Form is a single speed point faster than Sylveon. Icy Wind drops both of their speeds. We only need to worry about dropping Noivern's. I also put Cast Form in the second spot because I'm pretty sure Spread Bug makes it so that we probably don't even need Sticky Barb. I think Hyper Voice just always kills because it sees it as a single target attack. My soul went cold for a second. Okay, good. We want Greninja in the first slot. We want it facing Noivern. I didn't jinx it. I grabbed Sticky Barb just in case. We want Sly in the second slot. Facing Sylveon. Greninja is one of the few things that is so frail that it shows a kill to Hyper Voice on Sylveon even after it loses its Fairy Gem. However, thanks to Icy Wind, Soul is faster than Noivern, kills it with Ice Punch. Sly obviously KOs Sylveon from full HP with the Life Orb boosted Poison Jab. Okay. Okay. Now, Greninja shows fast kill to Miss Magus, shows a slow kill to. So it shows that we kill Miss Magus, but it shows that Gardevoir kills us. So Gardevoir is going to come in on the Greninja slot. Similarly, Sneasler shows a kill to Drifblim with knockoff. It does not show a kill to anything on Metagross, and Metagross sees a kill on it with Zen Headbutt. Okay. Now what we are going to do here, Gardevoir does not see a fast kill on anything. So the highest roll it can see with a killing move is plus 11. Because Metagross is weak to Shadow Sneak and it is holding a weakness policy, Shadow Sneak targeting Metagross has a plus 12. So Gardevoir never goes for a killing move here. Metagross sees that neither of our guys, even though we do a lot of damage to it, neither of them kill Metagross outright. For that reason, Metagross is not incentivized to click Bullet Punch. It wants to click Zen Headbutt, or I think even Meteor Mash into Sly. Thankfully, we are both faster than Metagross. Between the damage that it takes from Shadow Sneak, the damage that it takes from Night Slash, and the damage that it takes from Close Combat, KOs Metagross before it has the opportunity to act. Shadow Sneak, it looks like it hits us. It doesn't. Consumes item. We are using Night Slash to make sure that Greninja does not accidentally KO Metagross, so that way Sneasler is able to guaranteed hit it with Close Combat. Close Combat is 56%. Good. Sly has taken 2 ticks of Life Orb damage and dropped both of its defenses by 1. This is to set up Drifblim, so that way it sees a KO with Acrobatics before any of the boosts. Currently, our Sneasler has, let me see, 244 minus 24 twice. Oh wait, I can just click the that button. So Sneasler currently has 196. It is at -1 defense. It is at -1 special defense. Against Drifblim, it sees its highest roll with Shadow Ball is 147. Its highest roll with Silver Wind is 18. Its highest roll with Acrobatics is 288. Its lowest roll with Acrobatics is 242. It is always going to go for Acrobatics into Sly. Notably, this Drifblim is also holding a weakness policy, which means Gardevoir once again cannot go for a KO into Greninja. So, Soul is going to click Dark Pulse into Driftblim. We are going to swap Sly to Maisie. Maisie is going to take Acrobatics at about 40% max HP, 60% of it crits, but that then procs her Citrus Berry. Either way, Maisie hits the field. First up is Shadow Sneak. Procs Weakness Policy and triggers Unburden, making Driftblim faster than our Greninja. This is so that way we don't accidentally flinch it with Dark Pulse. A little bit of chip from Iron Barbs. Gets it set up so that it's definitely within kill range for Dark Pulse. Okay. It's basically a standard fight from here forward. Gardevoir no longer has an ally. I don't believe it sees a kill on Maisie. Not that that matters. Highest roll with Moonblast is 92. So it sees a kill on Soul with Moonblast. We are going to swap Soul to Sly. Maisie is going to click Fake Out into Gardevoir to stop it from potentially killing Sly. Gardevoir flinched. Sly is faster than Gardevoir. Sly threatens a kill with Poison Jab. Gardevoir is going to Shadow Sneak Sly before it gets a chance to hit. That's fine. I think we take at most like 18% from a crit. 16%. Either way, we are going to click Poison Jab on Gardevoir. And we are going to swap Maisie for Soul. Sneasler moment. Hi, Hannah. Welcome to stream. Okay, down goes Gardevoir. Last up is Miss Magus. Miss Magus is very straightforward. Because it has a Focus Sash, it technically doesn't see that it gets one-hit KO'd here. Though I do think a critical hit Shadow Ball into Sneasler plus the recoil from our own Life Orb could kill us here. So we just have to, yeah, critical hit Shadow Ball absolutely kills Sneasler. So we are going to swap Sly to Micah. We are going to click Night Slash, which will drop it down to a whopping 1 HP. Maka, get your tits in here. Shadow Ball into Dog. It could have also been into Greninja. It would have been fine if it was into Greninja. We would click Sucker Punch, but because Ms. Magius is about to click Shadow Sneak, Sucker Punch would fail, so we're just going to click Flamethrower. And similarly, we are going to click Night Slash. It's going to Shadow Sneak into Soul, I believe, because Soul is faster. And that's Preston and Mara, baby. Noivern lives! Proud of me, Hannah? Hannah, are you proud of me? All right. You would have been extra proud of me to see that I also used Sticky Barb to make sure that Cast Form died turn 1. Scared the shit out of me, it did. Let me just... M going exactly to plan. Sorry, Starmie, you should have been an Avalugg. F for Melior though in cast form. Yeah, it's Melior's neat. I liked having I liked the idea of having a 31 speed Starmie. The problem is just that, like, if we wanted a hard-hitting fast water type, we have Greninja. If we want a hard-hitting psychic type, we have Slowbro. first things first. Bag that. I do believe that brings our death box up to 20. Again, chat, normally not crazy about sacking a bunch of Pokemon, but this was an exception. This fight requires blood. Play Starmie. Hold on, is this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so 6, 12, 18. Yeah, that brings us to 20. Chat, I would like to acknowledge that before Tate and Liza split, our death box was this. It was up to Honchcrow. This has all been Tate and Liza split. But we got to keep Chaucer. I'm so glad. Like, genuinely, chat, for context, for those of you who haven't seen my Noivern, like, we really wanted to keep this Noivern alive. Infiltrator, really good IVs. Sharpedo died? Oh yeah, we sacked Sharpedo during Tabitha. We needed someone to die to get Voltorb or Electrode in safely. And it was either Sharpedo or Granbull, and let me tell you, really glad I did not sack Granbull. Firebird too. We had to sack Scalpel to Maxi. We needed something that was fast enough to set up Tailwind past a chlorophyll boosted Tangrowth. Sadly, Scalpel was the only one who could do that job. Definitely the most meaningful death from that chunk of the game. And it required 2 rare candies to even get it fast enough to do that. And technically a heart scale if you count the one we used back all the way during Brawly Split. Okay. I'm so glad to be done with Preston and Mara. Next up is Blake and Samantha. That being said, I want some oiter, so I will be right back. Gotta fill my cup. I'm back. I am back. Also, while hiking, I played IRL Pokemon Snap. I got some great photos. That's very cute, yo. Hope you had fun. Nice. Okay. I want to look at something really quick. I'm just looking at one of the teams in a later split. A bunch of optionals. Not optional. Ew. Okay. Waterfall sort of stance. Okay. You're a kind of funny guy, ain't you? I see. Alright, let's mute that. Let's get something else to listen to while we review our next line. Yeah. Kind of enjoying doing my Femblem tunes. Alright. So, next up, pretty sure this fight is easy, but yeah, so level up Sneasler to 85, which, because theoretically this is the first fight we were using Sneasler. We need to teach Ledian Thunder Punch, teach Sneasler Poison Jab, so equip Sneasler with Life Orb, equip Lucario with Black Belt, equip Letty with Magnet. Okay. So open with Sneasler and Lucario. And then I think we swap Lucario to Ledian. Was this like a 3-guy line? I do think this is a 3-guy line. Yeah, it's literally just Sneasler, Lucario, and Ledian, because then you bring Lucario back in later when you're done using Ledian. So, we want Thunder Punch on Ledian, and I think that's the only move we're clicking with it other than, like, Encore. How convenient. Our Ledian already has it. Okay. So, I believe in this world our Ledian is not leveled up, so it's, I think, 81? Hold on. Checking my box. Yeah, 81. Okay. So, open with Sneasler and Lucario versus Berserker and Porygon 2. It doesn't really matter, I don't think. Can Berserker click Fake Out into Sneasler turn 1 here? Since Sneasler threatens a fast kill? Or no, I think the way that it works is that because both of them threaten a fast kill on Berserker, but because Sneasler has Intimidate, it gets like the -20 on top of the +23 or whatever. Hold on. Let's check. Fake Out. So, if the AI sees Fake Out kill, if the player shows Fast Kill. That's odd. It's not stating anything. Oh wait, AI's first turn on the field and your Pokemon does not have Shield, Dust, or Inner Focus. Okay. So since Lucario doesn't have Inner Focus... Hold on. Because I don't think these stack. Right? Like... Oh, okay. No, this is common scoring cases. So player shows fast kill means that it's doesn't have shield dust or inner focus on top of has yada yada this, yada yada that. So I think essentially because Sneasler has inner focus, it should always go into Lucario slot. It's not really that much of an issue if Fake Out hits Sneasler because, you know, Sneasler has inner focus. Because we still want Berserker to click Fake Out turn 1. Yeah, and it's seeing a kill with Iron Tail never out-prioritizes turn 1 Fake Out. But we want to make sure that ideally it goes into Ledian because we don't want Sneasler losing a bunch of HP that it doesn't need to lose. Since it's clicking a bunch of attacks with Life Orb. Because, yeah, okay. Yeah, I see. It's not that there's special AI for you showing a kill. It's just like player shows fast kill numbers stacking on top of yada yada. Like, so let me go into the Silk Help for a second to look. So, Sneasler, or not Sneasler, Berserker. The Slur, Luca, and Letty. So into Lucario, it's always Fake Out, even though it sees a kill with close combat. And then with Sneasler, it's always Iron Tail because we're immune to Fake Out. Interesting. Because why would it always be Iron Tail? Okay, hold on. Let me look at some common scoring cases. So AI KOs and is slower than your Pokemon. Should be +9 or should be +11. Okay, let me... Assuming I have 2 guys who show a KO to a dude with Fake Out in a double battle, and one of my guys has inner focus, it doesn't magically try to Fake Out the inner focus guy just because it wants the damage before going down, right? It just always goes for the guy it can actually flinch, right? Okay. Because the information here is just a little confusingly written. Because unique damaging moves, trapping moves, exploding moves, where's the priority move section? Common scores. Damaging trapping, exploding, acid spray, Fake Out, fell stinger, future sight. Oh, there's like a special spot for priority moves. Where is it? Ah, damaging priority moves. There we go. Okay. AI is KO'd by your Pokemon and slower. I have... It's just worded slightly strangely. Yeah. Yeah, because it should be the +9 from Fake Out turn 1, plus the +11 of the damaging priorities. Okay. Even then, how many attacks is Sneasler actually making? Like, against Berserker, how'd the Crepes come out? The Crepes came out pretty dang good. Because, like, Lucario could, in theory, I think, just kill Berserker with Aura Sphere. Yeah. And in that world, like... Oops, wrong thing. Definitely not Life Orb, we want Black Belt. Because, like, Lucario gets the fast kill on Berserker. And then we could swap Sneasler to something that could help Lucario KO Bronzong. Levitate, Leftovers, Body Press, Trick Room, Metal Slime, Heavy Slam. Yeah, we just kind of need someone who's, like, good at getting these last kills, and thankfully Lucario can absolutely get a fast kill on Rampardos. So in theory, we could just dedicate our 4th slot to someone who can come in if Sneasler risks taking too much damage from its Life Orb. Which I don't even think is a problem, necessarily. Okay, I suppose we should also, farewell, Starmie. Farewell, Cast Form. Someone responded to me, but according to the chart, it should target the non-interfocus guy. Cool. So, yeah. Who's just someone like Lucario? You do 49% to Bronzong, so do we have anyone who does 51% and is faster than it? Turtonator, comically. Ooh, Mega Houndoom probably wreck shit. Yeah. Fuck it, we'll bring Houndoom, Mega. Where's Houndoom, regular? Oh, remove Pokemon from the trash. That should also get them out of the Silcow. It does feel good to clear up the clutter a little bit in terms of cast form. Sorry, my man. You just don't do a lot. Do I not have Starmie in the Silcalc? Hold on. I guess I never imported it. That's funny. Makes sense. It's not like I ever needed to use it for anything. Okay. So. Yeah, where the fuck is Houndoom regular? There it is. Yeah, we do like hella damage with Flamethrower. Lucario does hella damage with close combat. Hell, Aura Sphere 33, Flamethrower 82. Yeah, we don't even need to click close combat. Not that it matters, Rampardos doesn't have any priority moves. Okay. Yeah, so we'll bring Houndoom with Houndomite. For a potential sack fodder. I guess, like, a Dreadnought? I don't know, man. I'm kind of running out of guys to kill who I feel like nothing about. So I guess we could bring Dreadnought as sack fodder and, like, probably not Dragonite as good fodder. I suppose you're not fodder if you're good, huh? So fucking stupid. Okay, let's see. Yeah, they're like Delmize, maybe? No, we want something that's ideally faster than Rampardos, at least. Gyarados can hit the field and kill Rampardos. Gyarados can also help kill Bronzong. Sure. Do we have free black glasses? We do have free black glasses to give to Gyarados. Sure. Okay. So, let's review. First up is Porygon and Berserker. Berserker wants to click Fake Out into Lucario, because Sneasler is immune. Lucario is going to swap to Ledian, who's going to take that Fake Out perfectly fine. And by perfectly fine, I mean Letty could lose up to like half of its max HP. But that's fine. Ledian's so powerful. Ledian lives. Sneasler is going to Fake Out Porygon 2. And then on the following turn, fucking kill him with close combat. While Ledian sets up Encore on Berserker. So that's turn 1 of Encore. Berserker then gets forced to Fake Out into nothing. Because this is a double battle, Berserker does not think to switch out about that. Knocked over my earbud case. So Berserker doesn't swap. Jellicent hits the field. We threaten a one-hit KO on Jellicent with knockoff, but it doesn't quite get there. Thankfully, we've taught Ledian Thunder Punch, so both of us outspeed it. It has no priority moves. It can't set up Trick Room. So we click Knock Off to hit it really hard, and then we click Thunder Punch to hit it just a little harder. In comes Hatterene. Also, that was turn 2 of Encore. On turn 3 of Encore, Hatterene sees that it has a kill on Sneasler with Psychic, so it will not click Protect. Sneasler has a kill on it with Poison Jab, so it will get killed. We swap Ledian back to Lucario. Berserker's on the field. Sneasler and Lucario both hit Berserker. Then in comes Bronzong. Sneasler and Lucario both hit Bronzong. In comes Rampardos. Sneasler and Lucario both hit Rampardos. If Sneasler, for whatever reason, comes at risk of dying to its own Life Orb chip, due to like getting crit by Berserker or something, we just swap out, because Bronzong has no priority moves. Rampardos has no priority moves. Let me confirm those blank slots on Rampardos' move list aren't secretly like fucking extreme speed, but it's a psychic type move. Because that's how this game works half the time. Okay. Yep, nope, just head smash, rock slide. Cool. Sheer Force doesn't stop us. Levitate doesn't stop us. Steely Spirit doesn't stop us. Magic Bounce doesn't stop us. Water Absorb doesn't stop us. Thankfully, Jellicent has... Well, actually, even if it had Curse Body, that wouldn't change anything. And Download does not stop us. Yeah. Okay. This should hopefully be a little more straightforward. This is the first of our Encore cheese lines. So let's just bag everything, even if we're just going to give Sneasler the freaking Life Orb again. Okay. Does Sneasler actually even need Life Orb for this? Or could it just do it with Muscle Band? 80%. I don't think Ledian with a Magnet could quite do it. Yeah. Could Ledian with a Life Orb do it? That's really funny. Yeah, 57 plus 234. Yeah, I do think that comes out to exactly full Jellicent, which is really funny. We don't need that, though. Okay. And worth noting that, assuming we accidentally killed Jellicent, or I guess not accidentally, Ledian clicking Thunder Punch isn't going to accidentally kill Berserker, a thing we have to be conscious of. And of course, everything is slower than us because they're a Trick Room team. They all have intentionally bad speed. So, we need a Sneasler, we need a Lucario, we need a Lebian. I should confirm also... Yeah, Sneasler shows a fast kill to Jellicent, Sneasler shows a fast kill to Hatterene, so I believe it just goes down the line. And if we somehow don't accidentally show, like we're using close combat, so they both also see a kill on us, which is good in case like, oh, Jellicent doesn't see that it kills you, but Hatterene does. So actually, Hatterene comes in next. None of that stupid bullshit. None of that stupid bullshit. Okay, so Ledian, Houndoom, Gyarados, Dreadnought XD. I suppose Rapidash is also pretty sackable. Rapidash does theoretically have a purpose. Okay, so we need to go grab a flying type because we need to teach Ledian Thunder Punch. God damn it. Our still alive Chaucer, get over here. Also, let's just... may as well fill that space. Okay. See, the nice thing is that Trick Room is a negative priority move, so we are able to stop them from clicking it by killing them before they get the chance. Give me the puncher. Okay. Thunder Punch on Marps. Also, chat, let me know. There's some kids outside. It sounds like they're having fun playing, but they're a little loud, so let me know if that's getting picked up on the mic and I can close the window. Okay. Grab Thunder Punch. Hydro Pump, Shadow Ball, Trigger, and Strength Stab. Yeah, there's no way that Jellicent can accidentally use up its held item before we get the chance to knock it off. Could be relevant. Okay. Yeah, you can't fly, and neither can you. Okay, back to Mossdeep. Christ, Rampardos. Why do you do so much fucking damage? It's insane. Thankfully, Lucario's cracked. Okay. Need the Slife Orb. Slife Orb, Life Orb for Sly. Talon needs the Black Belt. I'm tempted to give Marps a Citrus Berry, but that shouldn't affect anything. So we just continue to give Marps a Magnet. Micah gets Houndoomite. Also, I should correct the slots for where Sneasler's moves are in this. So, Fighting Poison, Close Combat, Poison, Jab, Knockoff, and Fake Out. Okay. Aramaya, you can get the Muscle Band. You can swap in on Bronzong, not die to any of its moves, right? Oh yeah. Easy peasy. And then Laylaps, you're just kind of hanging out. Okay. This fight Should be easier. Ideally. It should be a sneep, which stands for a Sneasler sweep. A sweepsler. So I am going to save the game because I don't quite understand how navigation in the gym works. I assume that I can just walk through that panel and then come back. So I'm saving the game. If I can't come back, I'm just gonna close combat, knock off, poison jab, fake out, all of our moves. Also life orb, close combat, aura spear, vacuum wave, meteor mash, thunder punch, rock smash, encore tailwind. Sucker Punch, Beat Up, Flame Guard, Fire Blast, Waterfall, Ice Fang, Crunch, Rock Smash, Lay Lapse. Okay. So this should be Psychic Blake and Psychic Samantha. Yeah. Nothing crazy here. Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here. Because even though Iron Tail sees a kill on Sneasler, its highest usage is plus 11. We are so fine. It's kind of crazy how fine we are. We're fine. Affinity fine. I don't know why I'm so worried all of a sudden. It's literally chill. Okay. Psychic Blake, Psychic Samantha. Out come Porygon 2. Out come Berserker. They're a Trick Room team. They want to set up Trick Room. Doesn't matter what stat Porygon ups here. We're faking it out and then killing it. So Sly is going to click Fake Out into Porygon 2. Talon is currently baiting Fake Out from Berserker. We are going to swap Talon to Marps. Rip to get our Fake Out. Lose a little bit from Life Orb. Fake Out to Marps. We would flinch, but like we just swapped in. Now, Sly is faster than Porygon 2. Sly kills Porygon 2 with close combat. Marps is faster than Berserker, so Marps is able to Encore Berserker into Fake Out. Okay. Lose a little to Life Orb. We drop our defenses, which shouldn't matter. Give him a hand. Berserker used Fake Out, but it failed. In comes Jellicent. Jellicent just wants to click like Trick Room or potentially Hydro Pump into Sly. So that was Berserker's second Fake Out. This is the second turn of Encore. Sly is going to click Knockoff into Jellicent, and if Knockoff doesn't kill, Marps here, who outspeeds, is going to KO Jellicent with Thunder Punch. Because this is a double battle, Berserker does not want to switch out. Okay. So that was turn 2 of Encore. In comes Hatterene for turn 3. Hatterene has Protect, but it sees a kill on Sly with Psychic, so it's just gonna click Psychic. Sly gets a kill on it with Poison Jab. Berserker's just clicking Fake Out into nothing, so we're going to use this as our opportunity to swap Marps to Talon. Okay. Down goes the hat. It's a 2v1 now. Berserker's Encore ended. Berserker has no priority moves. We threaten it with 2 KOs right now. So Sly is going to... do I just swap to Houndoom for the funsies? Nah. Sly, how much damage do you do to Berserker with, like, other moves? You do a good bit with... I should just have you click Close Combat. It doesn't change anything. Close Combat. Aura Sphere. Okay. Dropped our defenses. Not that that matters. Next out should be Bronzong. Bronzong sees like a bazillion different kills on Sneasler, but it's slow as fuck, and knockoff from Sneasler plus Aura Sphere from Lucario are able to kill. We're just gonna double close combat, honestly. Or not double close combat, we are going to knock off into close combat. Though, does double close combat kill? Double close combat does totally kill, but we're using knockoff. Knock that shit off. Close that shit combat. Kill Sync. Then in comes Rampardos, who has 2 moves. It's slower than us. Nothing stops us from killing it in 1 hit. Welcome to the team, Sly. You got 5 kills? Close combat. Close combat. Well, defense, special defense. I think Lucario can kill it with Aura Sphere. Lucario can kill it with Aura Sphere. Doesn't change anything, but... Two down. Okay. That's funny. So let me get rid of this. Next up is Virgil and Nate. This is the funny fling fight that we had to recalc for Sneasler Rieslers. Good job, squad. Glad we didn't have to, for whatever reason, fucking Sacklay lapse. Okay. Move items. Bag that. Bag that. Bag that. Bag that. Bag that. Fuck me. Okay. So, what do we have up next? I do believe this is the line where we are relying on Gyarados with Shed Shell for the funnies. Gyarados with Shed Shell in slot 1 specifically. And then you, and then Basculegion, and then Greninja, I think? I think the form online? Yeah. Because a Greninja armed with Icy Wind and a King's Rock can do a lot. Okay. So, first things first, we are... Yeah. Attack at -1. So that way Crocodile never sees a kill on Basculegion. Very important. Basculegion swaps in, takes no damage. Okay. So it's Gyarados has Shed Shell. Export. Import. Are we giving Dragonite Never Melt Ice? Yeah. And then Ice Punch, I think. Yeah. We are teaching Greninja instead of Ice Punch, Icy Wind. Export, import, and we are giving it Black Glasses. No, we're not. Yeah, we aren't using a King's Rock because Greninja outspeeds Delphox, gets it with Icy Wind to make Dragonite faster, and then for Mian Chao, it's also Icy Wind to make Dragonite faster. Yep. Oh, wait, no. It's not Icy Wind on Delphox. It's, E-Speed into Dark Pulse. Into Dark Pulse? Be Night Slash, wouldn't it? 33% into 82%. Yeah, you know, I think I looked at Dark Pulse, but it should be Night Slash. That does more damage. And this fight wants us to get Gren up to max level. For some reason. I'm sure there's a reason, I just don't quite recall what it is. But, like, it's not like we need Gren under-leveled for other fights. It might have just been to sink the kill. Faster than Flapple. It was definitely faster than Venomoth. Faster than Crook. Crunkadunk. Yeah, that's right. So no fling here. It's extreme speed from Dragonite, breaks Focus Sash, sets up Greninja to kill with Night Slash. So against Delphox, KO with N slash. Okay. Turn 1, Gyarados on the field, Dragonite on the field, confirming that Crocodile at -1 attack. Oh, was it because Greninja at 83? No, it still didn't show a kill to Crocodile. It doesn't matter. Crocodile goes to -1 attack. Very important. Because it doesn't see a kill on Greninja with close combat. Oh, was it to get Icy Wind into the range where Never Melt Ice? I don't know. I don't think it matters. Like, we're still going to do it, because we need Greninja at high level for other fights anyways. Okay. So, we're up against Gothitelle and Crocodile. Gothitelle has Shadow Tag. It sees no kills on anything, and Dragonite has Inner Focus, so it wants to go for Fake Out on Gyarados. Yeah, Gyarados is going to swap to Basculegion, who is obviously immune to Fake Out. Dragonite is going to hit Gothitelle with Dual Wing Beat. On the following turn, Gothitelle becomes faster than us and becomes incredibly powerful, so we are going to click Extreme Speed and Shadow Sneak, which are able to secure the KO before she has a chance to do anything. Crocodile is permanently locked into Flingin'. Basculegion is on the field, facing slot 2. So we want Gear to Bask. Hold on. Oh, I definitely got my slots backwards here. Yeah, because Gothitelle is slot 2. Because Dragonite scares off Flapple because it shows a fast one-hit KO, but shows a slow one-hit KO to Venomoth. So yeah, it should be, because we want Basculegion on the field because Flapple sees a kill on it with Grab Apple. Very important. Okay. So, and also Dragonite taking critical hit, Sucker Punch. Yeah, -1 Crocodile. We never risk showing it a kill. Okay. So I need to swap these around. Open with Drag and Yer. Copy, delete, capital U, comma, space, lowercase s, back that up. So, Dragon of Gyarados, use Dual Wing Beat on Goth, swap Gyarados to Basculin, copy, delete, comma, space, look at that, make that a lowercase u, Crocodile and Flapple, we swap Basculin to Greninja. Greninja. It is kind of getting warm in the house, I am not gonna lie. I might need to start turning on the AC again. Or prepping my fan. Okay, in comes Venomoth. I think at this point it's probably faster to just type. Use I.wind. KO with I.punch. Yeah. Does 2 hits of Icy Wind from Greninja. Never accidentally kill Crocodile early, but they do definitely set up Dragonite to get a KO with Ice Punch. So, okay, with the Wing Beats, use Wind. Use E-Speed, KO, and slash. And just confirming with these guys' berries, it's a Focus Sash, so obviously not that. And Salic Berry, up speed? But it should never do that, right? Because we're going first with Greninja and doing just a little itty bit of damage. And then letting Dragonite sink a KO with Dual Wing Beat. Okay. Review has been reviewed. Pokémon. I'm sorry, Sneasler, you don't get to come to this one. This one was originally all about you, baby, but it's just, I don't want to risk it. Legion. Greninja. I don't think Basculegion needs the Shadow Tag. I'm gonna confirm that really quick. Then I guess for sack fodder, we grab Laylaps again. He's probably already on the team. Yeah. And then for not sack fodder, we'll grab Houndoom because Sucker Punch is probably really good for tapping Mienshao and Delphox. So we need to get Icy Wind for Greninja and Ice Punch for Dragonite. And we use rare candies, or endless candies. Okay. Yeah. So let's go. Does Dragonite, do you just happen to already know Ice Punch perchance? Close, but not quite. Look, we're keeping the fucking punch tutor in business, okay? I have so many pings on Discords. Oh dear. Okay. So we need Ice Punch. Teach that to Dragonite. Ice Punch. Drop a save. So let me really quickly check some of my math. Because there's no real reason to risk anything by giving Basculegion a held item. So, like, how much do you do to Gothitelle with Shadow Sneak? You already do, like, 78 damage. So 78, yeah, or just, like, a little more. And then Extreme Speed is 66. And then Dual Wing Beat is 51. Twice. I did forget that. I was like, hold on, wait, why does that show that we don't even come close to killing Gothitelle? Because it's 2 attacks. Okay. Yeah, we don't need it. And by that rate, we still definitely need Intimidate, so that way Greninja is safe to hit the field versus Crocodile. Attacks at -1. Should never see a kill. We're so fine. Flapple hits the field, even though we don't have a guarantee with Dual Wing Beat. We do have a guarantee with... Oh, we don't actually even need to drop a Draco. We could drop Ice Punch. Yeah, so I guess we can do that. Keep Draco in the chamber. Also, I'm going to leave a small note for myself. Next 2 can come out in any order. Just so that way I don't panic. Assuming Delphox comes out before Mienfoo. Or Mienshao. Yeah, with by Meteor. There we go. KO Flap with Ice Punch. So Greninja's level 85, Dragonite has Ice Punch, Greninja has Icy Winds. Now we just equip items. Gyarados is in slot 2. Give it that Shed Shell. Crocodile definitely never sees a kill on Gyarados with anything. Deirdre gets Never melt ice. Which I feel like would be dangerous for her, wouldn't it? I don't know. Like, baby's quad weak to ice. Should she be holding that? Make sure that that is Greninja with black glasses. Definitely not baiting. Knockoff. We should be fine. Black glasses. Micah, you get the Houndumanite. Laylaps, you're here. Truly, you're just kind of hanging out. Okay. Flies back. Also, God, can I just say how brilliantly designed the world map for Run and Bun is? There are so many little things that stop you from going to places that the game doesn't want you to go to. That like weren't there initially. The big one here being like they added a row of rocks that all block off the bottom of Mossdeep that you're able to access the next route, but you can only do the water encounters there. Unless you wait until you get Dive after Space Center to be able to do a little swoop under those rocks. And I just think that's really cool. Okay. Make sure everyone in the calculator is the correct level. 85, 85, 85, 85. And Noivern, you're not part of the team here. You get Micah and Mega Micah. Worry about Intimidate from Crocodile. Don't have to worry about Inner Focus from Mienshao. Don't have to worry about Magic Guard from Delphox. Give that a pause. I'm going to unmute this. Okay, let's send it. And then I think this is probably going to be the last one I do for today. And then tomorrow's stream will be churning and burning through the remainder of Mossdeep Gym. We're so for fucking chill right now. Literally, like, incredibly fine. Don't mind me, chat. I just need, how do you, what? Hold on. Wait, is there someone, hold on. Is there someone in chat who could point me in the right direction? Wait. Okay, hold on. Because I can't imagine that it's like an oopsie. But what if it is? All maps. Okay, Cave of Origin, Shoal Cave. Do I have... Multiple Hideout, Jagged Pass. Okay, no inside of... So let me look up Gym. I probably just have to scroll down real fucking far. Abandoned Ship, Sky Pillar, Magma Hideout, Mirage Tower, Desert Underpass, Mareep Cave. Battle Frontier. Oh, I don't want those. Hello, wife. Oh, I think I just put it up in the closet next to the office. What's wrong? Daggerman, I'm trying to figure out which of these 2 warp pads I need to use. Slateport, Mauville, Rustboro, Fortree, Lily Cove, Mossdeep, Mossdeep Game Corner, Mossdeep Gym. That's Sutopolis. Mossdeep City House, Stevens House, Mossdeep City House, Mossdeep City Gym. Okay. Does this help? No. I'm assuming... So it's fun because I'm pretty sure going forward in the right direction does in fact just bring us directly to Nate and Virgil, and we have to fight them actually. We can't back away. It seems like that's probably fine. Because I'm only seeing a single room that has like a warp pad and no trainers in it. I shouldn't be this nervous. Okay, I'm just gonna save the game. I'm pretty sure it puts me in front of Nate and Virgil. If it doesn't, the map's unclear. I'm reloading the game. I'm gonna go left. Cool. These should be our guys. So, vibe check. Deirdre, slot 1, facing Crocodile. Gyarados, slot 2, facing Gothitelle. Nevermelt Ice, Dual Wing Beat, Extreme Speed, Ice Punch, Draco Meteor, yada yada. Gyarados is here too. Doesn't die to Crocodile. Takes Fake Out from Gothitelle. Yeah. We're chill. We're chill. We're having a good time. We're chill. If Fling Bug doesn't work how people keep telling me that it's going to work, I'm also clausing it. Like, fuck it. Okay. Send it. Just send it. Grab apples and somehow priority. Grab apple just drops your defense. Or chill. Send it. Need to make sure that Gyarados is looking at Gothitelle. Intimidate. Doesn't drop Deirdre's stats. Does drop Eremaya's defense. Or attack. Gyarados is looking at Gothitelle. Intimidate drops Crocodile's attack. Intimidate drops Gothitelle's attack. A nice little side benefit. Turn 1. Crocodile is going to fling a Salac Berry into Gothitelle. Said Salac Berry will then boost Gothitelle's speed and activate her weakness policy. She's still going to act before that happens, i.e. she is going to click Fake Out into Eremaya because Deirdre has Inner Focus. Deirdre is going to fight and click Dual Wing Beat into Gothitelle. We are going to swap Eremaya, who is holding a Shed Shell, into Diosa. Diosa takes nothing from Fake Out. Used Fling. Flung at Salac Berry. Gothitelle is now fast as fuck. And does good damage. Thankfully, Gothitelle does not have any priority moves. And we are able to do 50% between Extreme Speed and Shadow Sneak. Now, the AI is bugged. Crocodile does not realize it doesn't hold a berry anymore. Because it doesn't see KOs on either of our Pokemon, it is going to just try to fling again. And if it attacks, I'm reloading because people have lied to me about how the fuck this bug works. Down goes Gothitelle. Now, if we understand this correctly, Crocodile should click Fling. Good. Flapple's looking at Diosa. Sees a kill with whatchamacallit. Okay. Deirdre is faster than Flapple. One hit KOs it with Ice Punch. Confirming. Never Melt Ice. Ice Punch does 141%. So we are going to click Ice Punch. We are going to swap Diosa to Greninja. Now, because of that Intimidate we set up earlier with Aramaya, Crocodile doesn't see a KO on Greninja with Close Combat. Goes for Sucker Punch because it sees that we have a fast kill on it. We did account for this. Okay, out comes Venomoth. Confirming something really quick. Good. There was a part of me that was terrified that I forgot to teach Soul Icy Wind. Venomoth is faster than Deirdre, knows Sleep Powder, knows Quiver Dance, just a bunch of really weird, annoying moves. Thankfully, we're able to kill it with Dual Wing Beat, because Soul is able to drop its speed with Icy Wind. Soul sets the wind. Does that. Drops Crocodile's speed for later. Does that. Drops Venomoth's speed for now. Deirdre does DWB. Citrus Berry. Why did I think it had a Focus Sash? Okay, so that was really fortunate. I thought I had a Focus Sash. What? I mean, thankfully we're fine. What? Huh. Okay, good. Fling failed. Now, we're both faster than Crocodile. Deirdre's gonna get it with Ice Punch. Soul's gonna get it again with Ice Wind. This game scares me. It fills me with fear. Ice Punch does 60% thanks to Never Melt. Now, next in, I think it's Mienshao? Maybe. Depends on if it sees a kill with Stone Edge or not. Mienshao. Okay. Mienshao is really fast, but it's not faster than Dragonite when it goes to -1 speed. So we're going to do the thing we did before, where we click Dual Wing Beat, and we're going to have Soul drop its speed with Icy Wind. Fling, Psych Up, Stone Edge, Close Combat. Yeah, nothing makes it faster than us. Yeah, definitely slower than Greninja. I'm like really warm and kind of out of it today, so I'm like extra paranoid about all of the lines. Drops its speed, dynamic speed kicks in, letting Deirdre get the kill with Dual Wing Beat. Procs its Salic Berry to make it fast. That doesn't interrupt my Dual Wing Beat, thankfully. Wouldn't that be insane? Okay. Last thing on the field, just a Delphox. Magic Garden Focus Sash requires 2 hits to KO it. Fire Blast, Psych Up, Fire Blast, Psychic, Psych Up, Hypnosis. Deirdre is going to use Extreme Speed to pop its Focus Sash and do a quick and dirty 30%. And the Soul is going to secure the KO with, I believe, Night Slash does more damage. It does. Cool. 3 down. 3 to go. Why is it so fucking warm in here? It's like 70 outside. It's not that hot. Alright. Nate down, Virgil down. Let's leave. GG. Oh, hi, Hannah. You caught us like right as we're finishing up for the day. I don't know why I thought that Venomoth had a Focus Sash. I scared the shit out of myself when I saw that it had a Citrus Berry. Absolutely terrifying. Never Melt Ice. Shed Shell. Black Glasses. Houndumanite. More fights to Cupfu. That being said, it's really fucking warm, and I'm really fucking, like, kinda zooted. Okay, I'm not zooted, that implies I'm high, but I'm a little out of it right now. Maybe you're getting feverish? No, like feverish. I think it's just the anxiety and the heat, and the self-doubt. Like, double battles are so technical. They're so technical and scary. Run and Bun really works the brain. Yeah, a little bit. I'm losing faith in the cold certainty of math is my problem. I need to regain faith. That being said, we spared Noivern. I'm really glad that we were able to recalc that line in a way that didn't lose us our really cool dragon. It's sad that we had to lose 31 speed Starmie, but... a worthwhile sacrifice. Starmie doesn't do as much as you'd think it would. Yeah, just a few more to go. Hannah and Sylvia, Kathleen and Nicholas, and Clifford and Macy. I'm still nervous about all of those fights, but I know that we have it. Literally, we have perfectly safe lines through all of them. I'm tired. I'm gonna lay down. I might dunk my head in some cold water. And then I'll be back at it tomorrow with more Pokemon Run and Bun, where, in all likelihood, we will be going up against Tate and Liza, and we will be, at long last, finishing Tate and Liza split and getting ourselves an Urshifu. Until then, though, folks, I'd like to thank you so much for joining me. I have been April, she has been May. You have all been incredible, and I will catch you all in the next one. Have a good night, folks.